What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Boy being here, bringing you guys a nice little live commentary gameplay. I'm bringing you guys a nice little 3 topics today. 3 topics, maybe 4 topics, maybe 5 topics. I'm gonna just keep going until I get this commentary over with. I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna go until after the game's over. I'm gonna just keep going. But pretty much what I'm talking to you guys about, it's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of hard to start this commentary because there's so many things that are just running through. I just want to release all of it, but I have to take it step by step. All right. Well, the first thing that I want to jump into with you guys, it's like teams nowadays. You know, teams. Oh my gosh, let me just keep running away. Some teams out there, you know, like there's teams that are falling apart. You know, there's teams that are just dying, and I feel as though it's not necessarily. And I'm sorry for the stutter. I do that when I'm in a deep talking, or I guess deep conversation. I do that a lot. I don't know why. But yeah, like I said, it's not like the community's dying altogether. It kind of is in a way, but it's only because those bigger guys, the kids in Soar and Obey, and not necessarily Darth, because Darth's fan base isn't as big as it used to be. So them helping out may not do as much, but then again, they would still be able to help out a lot, to be honest. But like I'm saying, like those bigger guys, they see these teams, you know, they see these teams, they see like all these teams like Wolfpack that aren't doing as good. I'm not saying they suck. I'm not saying these teams suck. I'm just naming some teams for you. Wolfpack, DMG, Bolt, maybe Tune. I don't know if they still exist. Link. What else is it? I forgot what it is. I just can't even think of teams. But you guys know the teams. You guys know the teams that are just not there anymore, not around. And you know they see those teams and they don't help. You know they just talk trash. Like I saw that Link had came back, and I saw someone in Obey comment, "Stop bringing Link back." Okay, I mean if obviously. You know, you have a problem with it. So if you have a problem, rather than just saying something, talking trash, you already know all your people, all your, you know, little Obey fans are going to start and attack that team. Why don't you help them? Be like, man, if you have good players and if you can recruit good players, I will help you out. You help you guys out. Because I don't want to see another trash Link generation. That's all you have to say. That's helping them right there. But no, you know, no kids don't have the time to do it. They don't want to do it. They don't care. I'm gonna touch base on something. The other day, actually not the other day, a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, this team called S6 Alliance, I think that's what they're called, or S6 Rising or something. I don't know what their team is, but I watch them a lot. I don't know off the top of the head what their channel is. I usually just type in S6 and I check out anything they upload. And I started liking their team. I started liking the team titles they're putting up and stuff like that. I wouldn't join the team because me personally, I'm more of a solo guy. I like being solo. Unless it's like, to be honest, unless I'm in Fear, I don't really want to be in a team, you know, like Fear. There's a few teams like Fear and Dynasty. They're the 2 teams that I really like. And unless I'm in those 2 teams, I don't really want to be in a team. I just, you know, sometimes I just end up joining one every now and then. But like I said, I won't be joining any more teams unless it's Fear or Dynasty. But you know, like I said, I'm losing a little bit of what I was just talking about. But like I said, you know, Revex, there was a tweet. You know, there was some type of tweet. And what happened is they said, you know, Revex, if you retweet this or if you do something, favorite it, we actually S6 will end. And I was like, okay, you know, that's kind of weird. You know, maybe Revex will probably be like, yo, you guys shouldn't end, you know. But no, he retweeted it. You know, he even said a few harsh things after that about the team. You know, and what I believe and what I heard. I wasn't able to look at the tweets because I don't get on Twitter to look at Twitter arguments that much. To be honest, I don't care about it. I mean, I've had arguments with people in my past. Like, recently, I got pissed. All right, anyway, I'm going off topic. But yeah, with the whole Revexy thing, like a professional would have said, you know, why would I retweet this? You know, he would be like, I find that the team is a good team. You know, they're somewhat decent. I feel as though they're doing some good things. And then if he has a problem after that, I mean, yeah, you're kind of, in a way, you're lying. And you can't sit there and say, I never lied, because everyone freaking lies. Everyone lies. Everyone lies about something, but it's a type of lie where it's not a bad thing to say something like that, because you're kind of helping the community, you're helping the team. But like I said, I'm gonna just keep talking, guys. He said a few harsh things, and he didn't carry out with that the right way. He could have been like, so all the people have been tweeting at me trying to get me to, get at S6 to N. I actually like the team. I think the team's pretty good. There's a few things they could work on. And if you guys would like to tell me, if you guys would like me to tell you what I think you guys should do, or maybe any players in the team that I think are making you guys look bad, you can just go ahead and, talk to me. I'll give you information so that you can talk to me somewhere else private. There you go. You could have handled the whole situation there. You didn't have to cause the team to end. Just because you're in SOAR doesn't mean you can just step on everyone. Like, that's just crazy. Like, you're big and everything like that, but it's just the fact that you think you're just that guy. I just looking at your vlog, I thought you look like a cocky person. Like, Rebecca just looks like a cocky guy. And I'm not afraid to say anything. I'm not talking trash. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest here. There's a lot of YouTubers out there who really don't respect anyone, and they only care about themselves, and they don't bother to really help anybody else. And that doesn't include saying, oh, thanks for 40K, thanks for 50K, thanks for 60K, and not doing anything for your subscribers. Doing a montage is not doing something for your subscribers. What are you doing? You already sit on your butt and play Xbox, so you just putting out clips for your subscribers is what you already do. That's how you got your subs in the first place. That's how your subscribers found out about you. So you can't sit there and say, oh yeah, thanks for your subscribers. No, you can't sit there and say, oh yeah, I don't care about my subscribers. I don't care about any of you guys. They give you the money. If they don't watch your videos, if they don't click on them ads, you don't get any money. You understand what I mean? You don't get money if they don't watch your videos. It's that simple. It's just that simple. For example, in my opinion, I think the reason FaZe is so big is because of the bigger guys in the team, like Pomage and stuff. FaZe has got big because they had some really players that just exploded in the community. And, if people stop watching FaZe, they don't get paid no money. They're going to be broke. But you don't do anything for your subscribers. Those teams, they just sit up and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you this, thank you that. But once in a while, you just got to do something. It's like say that you tell your parents something, or you say, thank you for this, thank you for that. Once in a while, it's nice to do something for your parent, or it's nice to do something for someone who does stuff for you day in and day out. You can't just continue to say thank you and think that that's enough, because it's not. Just like when you're in a relationship, people say, I love you every day, I love you this, love you that. You can't continue to say I love you to the person and not do anything special for them, because then it just becomes words. You gotta act. You gotta have some actions. Like, when it comes down to it, these YouTubers, they just say thank you. I think they should do some giveaways. Maybe play with the fans. And when I say play with the fans, I'm not saying invite them just so you can get an upload. I'm not saying invite them so you can get an upload on your channel and make it look like you're doing something good. I'm not saying do it for your YouTube. I'm saying do it to actually thank those guys for giving you what you have. You might have earned it skill-wise, but if it wasn't for them guys who like your videos, who come and check them out, you wouldn't have anything. You just wouldn't. And, at times, I want to be big, and at times, and then at the same time, I don't. Because I feel as though if I were big, I'd be the realest, big guy out there. I would be the one who wouldn't be scared to voice my opinion. Because if I was bigger, I would voice my opinion a lot more than I do now, because now I try to, keep down what I say, because I'm trying to get into, there's a few teams I want to get into, and I don't want to say too much so they get like a bad vibe, so they think that I'm a trash talker, but I'm not. I just kind of voice my opinion about things. I talk about people who I know just shouldn't do the things that they do. They shouldn't go about things the way they do. Like with the whole Revexy situation, he shouldn't have done that. That was just a shitty way to handle the situation, and he shouldn't have done that. Moving on, like I said, those guys in those big teams like Obey and stuff like that, they could just at least just be like, man, hey, do you need any help? Do you need any help with the team, man? I was in TES back then, I was one of the original players in TES. I was one of the original players in DMG. If you guys really need some help, just try to get some more quality players, and I'll help you guys out to kind of promote you guys in a way. Try to get the channel, kicked in again, and just help you guys out. But no, players They don't do that. Instead, they sit there and they make jokes. You know, people, they'll make a video. Like when Pomage, you know, left the phase, someone put up a video, made a video about, oh yeah, Pomage joined DMG, just making fun of DMG. But at the same time, there's kids in Obey and Soar and stuff. You guys were in DMG, so doesn't that make you look like assholes because you were in DMG? You can say, oh yeah, when I was in it, it was actually good. But yeah, you're not putting any effort to help them out, so you might as well be the dickhead also. You know what I mean? Like, at least help the team out. That someone, you know, help the team out. You know, I'm gonna give you guys a kind of an example. Like, you know, there's basketball players, football players, athletes, famous people, you know, like actors and stuff like that. And they do these donations and charities and stuff like that. And sometimes they do these things where they give back to, you know, where they lived. And think about it. The reason they do that is because they know that if it wasn't for those people, you know, maybe beating them up, I don't know. I mean, not beating them up. If it wasn't for those people, like beating them up, not like physically, but I mean like just encouraging them, you know, forcing them to just go out there and just go for it. If it wasn't for those people encouraging them, if it wasn't for those people supporting them, you know, if it wasn't for their school supporting them, supporting him, you know, him through sports, or, you know, supporting the girl through sports, they wouldn't have been where they're at today. And they go back and they give money to the town. They'll help out families that are over there. They'll give to donations and charity and stuff like that. And I feel like the known kids, they should give back to what, you know, the teams that they were in. At least help them out. You guys used to be in all these teams, and most of them are falling apart because no one pays attention to them. But you guys know that you pretty much swing the vote in the community. You swing it. If you guys say a team sucks, everyone else is going to say they suck. If you guys say demolition clips shouldn't be used, everyone else is going to follow that until it's completely gone. If you guys say XPR shouldn't be used, everyone's going to stop using XPR and it's going to be gone. You guys control everything, so why don't you use that to help other people out? Help people. Don't say thank you every dang time you get an extra K subscribers. Just help people out. And to be honest, most of the time, it's probably kids freaking sub out of your channel. It's annoying, guys. It's hard to explain, and like I say, that's the reason why I think this community is falling apart. You know, people don't help each other anymore. You know, like you see, I'm gonna touch base on something. This guy named G-Bach, and I'm sorry for not starting the commentary this way, but this guy named G-Bach, he put up a video a while ago, and I'm gonna continue talking, guys. He put up a video a while ago, and it was about the Phase 5 Recruitment Challenge, and, you know, he was kind of just speaking the truth. And I watched it earlier today, last night, and I'm gonna try to remember some of the things he said. I still remember most of them because I used to talk about the same stuff. I mean, I thought the Phase 5 Recruitment Challenge was kind of stupid, but like I said, I was saying like how all these guys like Sora Bay, Envy, all these teams like that. You see how many people were quick to just go for the RC, go for it. And, you know, some of the kids that I watched who did it, they didn't even do YouTube. Like, they didn't even post that much. So, you know, from my viewpoint, I was like, if you post a lot, then that makes sense. Because you go for the Phase Recruitment Challenge, you're trying to maybe get a career out of it. So you're like, okay, let me go for this Phase Recruitment, let me grind. Now, that's acceptable. I'm like, if I see that you're a really good YouTuber and you do things and you're like Kitty, you know, he was solo. So Kitty, that was understandable. And there's just a few other players. But at the same time, there's a lot of players, you know, who are in those small teams like Dare and Era and stuff. You would never expect someone like that to get into Phase, I'm sorry to say, because, you know, most of those guys are in like Soar and stuff who are, you know, almost at that point where they're going to make it into Phase. But G-Bach was explaining how he thinks that instead of people going for Phase 5, you know, showing how they were quick to go for Phase 5, they should have just been more dedicated to their team. You know, because if you think about it, and I've said this in other commentaries, I've said, if you put the same amount of time as you did on the Phase 5 Recruitment Challenge into the team that you're in right now, there will be so many 100K teams. There might even be a team bigger than Phase. But no, people put all their attention on the team that they want to get to. They put on, sometimes not even the team they want to get to. They just want to get into a high K team. Like me personally, my two favorite teams are Dynasty and Fear. Now, there's other teams that I used to like, but they don't, you know, unfortunately they don't exist because people want to be faggots and hack them. Like I was a big fan of Acid, so I hacked them. I was a big fan of V9, so I hacked them. So, you know, those are my two teams back then. But as of now, my two favorite teams are Fear and Dynasty. Now the reason I like Dynasty is they always put out these insane, like really big team sizes, and I'm a big fan of Hugh. I like big montages and big team sizes. I love them. the huge montage with the freaking simple rock edits or sometimes a little bit of hardcore. I like them. You know, they're always the best. And second, this Fear. I love how professional the team is. You know, they may not upload, they may not be that active and stuff like that, but they don't have like a 30-man roster, so it's understandable. But Fear Spiratus or Spiritus, I don't know how you, I think it's Spiratus, that's how you pronounce his name. He is just a really good leader, and the way he leads that team is just like amazing. He's real. He's just a real guy. He's a real leader, and he got into it, I think, with Zaffy a bit when Zaffy like left to join NV because he felt as though, you know, why not be dedicated to the team? You just joined recently, not too long ago. But I kind of saw it coming in a way. I was like, yeah, Zaffy's been in so many different teams lately. He's been Obey, Gamma. He's gonna leave. You know, that's what I thought when I first saw him join. I was surprised that he joined. And, you know, I just feel as though he knows what he wants. Like, the Spiratus knows the types of players he wants. He picks up good players. And I just feel as though, like, in this community, it's kind of hard to want to get dedicated players. It's really hard to do that because, you know, players just want to get bigger. They want more and more and more. They're never satisfied with what they have. And to be honest, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if I'm in Fear, the only team I would join if I were offered would be Optic. Not even FaZe, Optic. Now, the reason I didn't include Optic in my favorite teams is because they're not a team, like, they're not a sniping team right now. They don't, like, the sniping side of things isn't, you know, a team right now. So that's the only reason I didn't include them in my top teams. But I love Optic, dude. Guys, I love Optic so much. It was always my favorite team. I just love the content that they put up. They might have posted almost the same content as other people, but back then, the way they ran the team, like no steady aim, they couldn't play against snipers, and, you know, I'm not sure they didn't play drop zone. I think it wasn't drop zone. I don't know. They just ran that team, and they had the team, you know, going, and they had specific things that they had to follow, and they weren't just like everyone else, you know. They did things differently, and I like that about them. I really like that about them, and they're so professional, and they interact with you know, their subscribers. They do more things than just a vlog and saying thank you. They just do things. They do Q&As, and they do all these things. It just feels like Optic is kind of like a homey type thing, but FaZe is more of a bit like more of a money thing to me. It feels like Optic is like a big family to me, and I just like how the team is. Like, back then the team was just so cool to just watch. My sentry gun is going in right now. But yeah, you know, but like I said, there's Fear and Fear Envy. I used to like Envy. I don't like them anymore. But Fear and Dynasty are just my two favorite teams. Honestly, they just keep it 100. They keep it real. Envy used to be like that too, and that's the reason I like them. And you'll notice that I like teams that they don't pick up a lot of players. Like, I like teams that, you know, they pick up players and they keep their players, and that shows they have good leadership, and that shows they're leading their team good. And they pick up good players, you know. And they don't pick up 10 players a week. And you know, like, one of the reasons I don't like Darth as much is because they pick up too many players. And they pick up players that don't deserve to be in the team. They pick up friends, and they pick up players that are going to leave the team, that I can tell when they join they're going to leave the team a week later to get where they actually want to be. Not many people have their goal as Darth, and that's what Darth doesn't understand, because not many people actually like them anymore because they've kind of fell off. But, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, I really think these big guys, they should help. You know, they should really help. And these other guys who are, you know, in the teams, like Darren, Aaron, and stuff, stop focusing on FaZe and just focus on what you're in. Like, you're in a good team. You're in a big team. At least you're in one. Work on your YouTube. Work on your team. Help your team to grow. You never know. Your team might make it to 1 mil. FaZe, like, back then, the reason FaZe is so big, the reason all these other teams are so big, they started back then. There aren't any teams that started within the last year that are really, really big. And I'm going to tell you, the only one that is Iron. Why? Because their players are dedicated. Their players, you don't see many people leave Iron. You really don't. And that's the type of team. Those are the types of teams that the community used to have. And that, see how big that team's growing. See how big they've grown. That's what we need in this community, guys, you know. And anything that you can do, if you can help out a small team, help them out. You know, asking them if they need help, asking them if they need a sniping leader of a team, help them out. You might know some good players who aren't big enough to be to the point where you're at. Help them out. But I just feel as though those big guys are just not helping, and they can if they wanted to, and they just don't. I went 35-8 in that game, guys. I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up because I don't want to go into another game. I'll talk to you guys later. I might touch base on this commentary again. I did pretty good in that third game, or second game, whatever game. I don't remember which one it is. But like I said, just try to help people out, guys. Try to, like, if someone needs your help, try to help them out, you know. I know nowadays, even in real life, you know, people don't help. They don't help each other out that much. Like, everyone's so cruel in society. It's crazy. You know, I live in Catonsville, Maryland, and everyone here is just on my street, and everyone around here they help each other. You know, it's just a nice little city. Everyone knows each other, and it's cool here. But like I said, just try to help you out, guys. And if you see a team that's coming back, don't automatically assume they're going to suck because other people say so. You know, just have your own backbone. But before I cut into this game, talk to you guys later. This has been Bane. This has been 3 Topics, and I'm out. Have a nice day. Have a nice afternoon. Have a nice morning. Have a nice evening.